Hello guys, Epi here once more. Thanks a lot for all the feedback I received. You were all really nice, no flaming whatsoever. Special shout out to Sam Swire, like probably the most random and nicest tech geek out there. Took basically over 4 hours last night and talked me through all the technical aspects. So if the audio and the video is much more appreciable for you, this video, then that's thanks to him. Alright, got ourselves another game. Gonna see if I can improve my commentating skills a little bit, and also, once again, please let me know if you have any feedback for me. We're just gonna await all these picks here. For the Radiant side, we have Venomancer, Dire side, Night Stalker, Enigma. Gonna see some big black holes. Huskar and Naix. Maybe some sick combos. And Dazzle. Okay. The Weaver pick is alright, I think. He can. He's a good long laner. And Dragon Knight. Actually, that's a pretty good team composition. That's pretty nice. We'll see how they lane this. Last pick, I like that as well. They needed more supports on the on the Radiant side. They're gonna finish their team up with a Shadow Demon and a Tidehunter. Also a nice balance. So in team fights, both of them have big AoE ultimates. Blink Dagger is going to be the key item here, I think. Naix is definitely going to go jungle, judging by the items. Most likely. He randomed, as you can see by the gold. Huskar is going to head down to the bottom lane. With some boots, he also randomed. Shadow Demon going to support, also randomed. Picked up some wards. Venomancer, Skill the Gale, also randomed, but he bought that courier at first. And Tidehunter, also randomed. Not sure they're gonna lane this. Maybe like a carry Venomancer or carry Tide. If Naix is in the jungle and Huskar bottom. Not sure he's gonna go mid. We'll see just in time. Larry Appletime, sitting on the Dragon Knight, is gonna head toward the top lane. He's got some nice last hitting, some nice damage block. Enigma, I'm gonna jungle most likely, 6 clarities up on him. Dazzle, taking shit seriously, he's gonna have some sentry wards with him. Would have preferred some normal wards for starters. Night Stalker gonna solo the mid, also has more gold than usual. He's gonna get some nice levels. Let's see how he lanes. It's gonna be a solo mid Tidehunter against a solo mid Night Stalker, so he's going to have a good time, I think. He's going to get the EXP he needs, the gold he needs, and then we'll see if he decides to gank in the first night, or if he's going to stay like the half or even the entire night just to continue his farm. Because going for gank can be really nice, but also is pretty risky. Weaver bought some wards. I like that, to be honest. In pub games, if your support doesn't get some wards, then damn it, you just go grab it. This ward here, let's see if it doesn't block the creep camp, so he just wants to, it does block this one, and this one up here apparently. Maybe he body blocked that. I'm not sure about this ward position here, if it blocks 2 creep camps or not. I'm not too familiar with that. Weaver's gonna solo the long lane. He's a swift hero, so he'll be able to do that. Just has to care about the Burning Spear harassment coming out of Huskar, because if he uses that, as you can see, oh, he just went for the last hit. If he uses that on Weaver, he's not gonna draw the creep aggro as a normal attack would. A last hit battle going on here in the mid. 3 for 2 on the Night Stalker, 2 for 1 on the Tide. He's pushing up on the high ground toward the Tide. He's going to push into the tower though, and Tide's going to get some good XP. How's this here going? No, maybe the neutral creeps just died, or maybe I missed that. So Venomancer has no consumables on him whatsoever. It's going to make it really tough for him. I don't like that. He has a Ring of Aquila now, but he needs HP regeneration. Weaver getting harassed by Huskar. And we'll see how this goes. Disruption up on Dazzle and missed Gale here, missed timing a little bit, and a bunch of mana wasted now from the Radiant side, but I guess not too expensive. The Soul Catcher just costs 50 mana. Enigma coming up from the side here. This is a dire sentry ward, so they don't have any vision of him coming in. This is gonna spell doom for this Venomancer, I think. Stun on him. Malefice is on level 2, so there's gonna be a second stun and a follow-up stun by Dragon Knight, and this is one dead Venomancer who manages to get the Gale out before he dies though, so that's nice. Disruption. Is there gonna be some pro blockage? Man, 2 heroes trying to block, and Larry Appletime, the one who's able to do it the best. This is gonna be a cooldown on Malefice is ready again. Even the quick TP from Venomancer is not fast enough. Weaver is also going to go for the Ring of Aquila. Nice item to have on him, man. Extra armor, extra mana regeneration, and damage. So this is a really cool item for him. For many solo long laners, it's a pretty cool item to go for. Night Stalker eating a tower hit here. That's a difficult thing in the mid. You gotta always keep in mind what the tower range is, so you can keep your harassment effective. And effective in this case. Tidehunter harasses right back, wastes all of his mana in that way though. Now there's going to be some exchange of hits here. I'm not sure. I don't think there's going to be any fruits coming off of this. Just a bracer up on Tide. Maybe he's going to go. He got the bottle right now. It's a nice choice. Let's see where the rune is. The rune has been picked up. Night Stalker, what's up with him? Oh, here's a Shadow Demon coming in. He's going to disrupt and Soul Catcher here on the Night Stalker. I think that's kind of a waste. He was too safe here next to his tower. He should have either waited until he was a little bit further at the jungle. Oh, I missed a kill in the bottom lane. Huskar managed to solo kill the Weaver. Sorry about missing this. Yeah, has basically full HP. That must have been some big mistakes here on the part of Weaver. Also bottle up now on the Night Stalker. 4 minutes rune should be up. It's on the bottom lane, an Invis rune. Night Stalker's going to go ahead and grab that. What's happening here on the top lane? Night Stalker bottled the Invis rune. He's also going to activate it right away. I'm going to keep my eyes here on the top lane for the moment, though we can check on the minimap the movement of the Night Stalker. He's going to check out the jungle. Probably going to find himself in Nags if he moves intelligently. Yeah, once he cuts the corner, he's going to see him. Oh! And now he found the Nags. On the top lane, though, there's something coming. Weaver's in for the support now. He comes out of the Invis, nukes, and he silences. He's most likely going to get the kill here. Weaver's also there to support. Really nicely done here. Nice coordination, and Apathy does go down to the Weaver. That's going to add some nice extra gold to him in the beginning. Night Stalker didn't get that kill, unfortunately, but I'm actually not sure if he got the XP or not. Disruption here on the Enigma. Venomancer got silenced though. There's some ballsy movement coming out of Shadow Demon, and the nuke from Dragon Knight manages to get the kill on Venomancer. Dazzle's Shallow Grave is such a nice skill to have. Larry Appletime sitting on a Soul Ring. I like that item choice. You can spam your nuke and get some good farm here. Weaver just managed to die to a solo Huskar, so I'm not too sure what that was all about. He has to be careful. He even though he does have some extra armor through that ring, is Dazzle going to go down here? He's really low, and I don't understand. He decided to continue the chase here on Venomancer, but he wasn't in real danger, so he basically put himself to death there, I think. Yeah, as I was saying, Weaver has to watch out. He's low HP, and even though he has some extra armor, he can't tank those hits. Regen bottled by Tidehunter, who's going to move himself up toward the dire jungle here. He is looking for a gank. He's undetected currently. Nighttime pops though, and Night Stalker missed the rune. Finishes his Urn of Shadows, and now it's ganking time. He's going to go the risky route. He's not going to farm on his lane. He's going to move and try to find some kills. So Tidehunter still undetected. This Dragon Knight is not doesn't quite know what he's in for just yet. Maybe the Night Stalker called the miss. Night Stalker is now excuse me, going back into the mid lane, moving through the jungle here. Gonna look again for the Nags. Nags is tough to gank. He has some good HP. If you don't catch him low due to the neutral creeps, double pull coming up on the top, and some stealing here. See how that goes. And he stopped looking. Larry Appletime using his Soul Ring to boost his mana up to damage down the creep wave and also dispel the aggro from the tower. Tide and Shadow Demon use that opportunity to steal the neutral creep spot here, the gold and the XP. Very nice. That sucks when that happens. You spend so much time stacking and pulling the creep camps, and then these idiots come in and just take your farm. But now Enigma also on level 6 has a Soul Ring himself, and I think there's gonna a lot of tension in the air right now. 3 on 3 heroes are converging here. In the meantime, on the bottom lane, Night Stalker's gonna be just fine. Huskar's not fast enough in the nighttime to catch up to him. But Night Stalker, it's worth noting that he's wasting time there right now. He's not farming and not getting kills. Tidehunter, he has some good foresight. He knows that the creep wave is pushing over here. He's positioning himself behind enemy lines. They're going to move past here now, and he can get himself into a good position if they take the bait. They do take the bait. Disruption here up on Dragon Knight, and Tidehunter moves in to get himself in a good position for a Ravage. Catches 2. Dazzle is not hit, though he manages to heal the Dragon Knight up a little bit. Enigma is slowed, and he's most likely going to go down. He does have mana for a black hole, but he will die before he gets that off. He turns around to try it, but he does die, as I said. Shadow Demon goes down as well, and Tidehunter is going to go down for sure. The stun is up, he's disabled, and down he goes. So it was a really nice tactical move by Tidehunter, but they were not able to execute that all too well, so it ended up in a 3-for-1 trade. Enigma luckily did not manage to get his ult off and died before that, so he does have his ult up. Contrary to Tide, who used his ulti. On the bottom lane, just a little bit of fighting going on between Huskar and Weaver. We'll see if they are able to make use of this advantage. I don't think they are able to. Enigma is a strong pusher, but obviously he's dead. And with Dragon Knight's level 1 ultimate, they're able to push towers quite fast. So this would be the ideal scenario to push a tower right after you win a team fight. Intelligently use ultimate here by Night Stalker, extends the nighttime by using it every time possible. Apathy here in the woods, gonna get caught. He has his Hanamitis up right now. I don't think this is a really nice choice here by Night Stalker. A nice use of the rage, dispelling the slow put on him by the Void, and Night Stalker is again just wasting time. Support coming in the form of Huskar. He decides to back out as well, though. Now there's 3 heroes around this Night Stalker who is completely out of position. He might get the kill. No, he turns around and fights. Lifesteal too strong. Soul Catcher and ultimate here on Night Stalker, and he's going to go down. He could, yeah, he did turn around now and got the ultimate, but he didn't, the Void, but didn't manage to get the kill on Lifesteal there. Instead, he wasted time, didn't get XP gold, and Lifesteal didn't even need to move out of his jungle to get an extra hero kill. Meanwhile, Enigma moving his army of Eidolons up toward the top tier 1 tower. We'll see if they're able to push this. Shadow Demon realizes this and is moving ahead to support. But the creep wave is too far out now, you can move in. It's going to go the long way. Venom Wars on level 3 already. They are a very useful tool to deflect pushes. In the meantime, Tidehunter in the middle here with his Illusion Rune is going to be able to get some farm up. Maybe going to go for a Vanguard. Huskar getting ganked, screams for some time, gets silenced and earned, and Voided turns around to fight because he would die either way. Man, he was basically dead, but he turned around to fight and still got a Night Stalker down to half HP. That's a dangerous thing. If he turns around to fight and he's low HP, then you better nuke him down fast, otherwise the extra damage output and the attack speed is just gonna... it's just a lot to deal with on Huskar. That's why Huskar Dazzle is like a pub stomp build. You and your mate, you go join a pub. What's this? There's nothing gonna come out of this here. Yeah, you basically get a friend to pick Dazzle, you pick Huskar, you jump at someone, and as soon as you are about to die, he graves you, and you put the heal on yourself, and you just continue attacking the entire time, raping face left and right. Top tower is getting pressured. Not sure if the level 3 Veno wards are going to be enough to deflect this. Pops a Gale, hits on 2, but Dragon Knight dives and stuns. Not sure what to think about this dive. Stunned by Enigma. Support TP coming in. This is now, as you can see, those 3 heroes are way out of position. Venomancer will go down. Managed to pop his ulti though, so best play coming out of this Venomancer, and the black hole is basically wasted because they don't have any DPS to follow up on that. Shallow Grave on Enigma, he's going to die. And who also died here? Dazzle also died. So they, instead of just going for the tower, they decided to go for the dive. They didn't think that there would be any support, but they did have one or two heroes just coming in, like just walked into support, and Huskar was carrying a TP on him and decided to TP in for support. This is very important. If you have a just one quick thing, they transitioned their team fight advantage here into a tower push to even get further ahead. This is what Dota is all about. An Invisible Night Stalker, I'm going to have to get back to that train of thought later. Tower will go down, so very nicely executed. They should back out right now, but they don't, and this might spell doom. They have 3 heroes coming in, vision given here by the Night Stalker, who's going to pop out of that invis right about now. He silences the Tidehunter, but he's too tank. He will be able to get his ultimate off on 2 or 3 or 4 heroes even. He turns around, does the ultimate. Huskar ultimates in. Larry Appletime in big trouble, but nice shallow grave here by Dazzle. No one going down as of yet. Huskar gets stunned by the Malefice, goes down, and now they have to retreat up, but the fast Night Stalker is going to make sure they cannot do that. What's happening here in the meantime? Tide's under attack, Shadow Demon goes down, so does Venomancer, and now they're going to kill the Tidehunter as well, who is almost able to take the Night Stalker with him, but he has 9 armor and a big HP pool, and Tidehunter was too low to do anything about it. So they should have backed out after tier 1. You have to know when you have to back. They gave 4 kills away basically now. Well, I mean, it was a lucky rune by the Night Stalker, but you want a team fight, you got a tier 1 tower, and the enemy is alive, so what are you going to do on the top lane now? You should just back out. The score is 8-13, let's see what the gold is doing. Well, it looks like quite the even game. Of course, this team fight and the 4 kills gave a big advantage to the Dire side. Tower scores 1-1. Larry Appletime eats a gushy in the middle, it's looking pretty wet, but he's just gonna nuke the creep wave down anyways. I don't know if he got any kill there, but this he has 8.8 HP regeneration per second now. This makes the Soul Ring such a useful item because you can just pop that every time you need mana and gain some gold. This tier 1 tower on the top might go down now. Enigma's gonna pop some more Eidolons, very nicely done. We'll see if they did. Okay, Night Stalker's also here. I think they're going to decide to trade by the looks of it. Just going to go pressure the mid. Yes, they're trading. Larry Appletime has to watch out. Nice movement here coming out of the Radiant side. Slowing Larry Appletime. He has his ultimate up, so no support coming in for Larry Appletime. Dragon Knight's going to go down. Hasted Nake's going to be there. Maybe going to get the last hit. Very nice. Going to give the kill to the one who will most be able to prop from that. In the meantime, Venomancer makes sure to push this mid tower, and now they should back out. But they don't. Now, oh, did the Gush hit? I'm not sure. He disrupted basically. No, I don't think the Gush hit. Dazzle does Shallow Grave and TP's out very intelligently. He noticed that they didn't have any disable, so nice choice there. Silence you up on Nags for some miss percentage, but it's not going to be enough. Night Stalker goes down nonetheless. So I guess the Dire side did, in this case, not consequently come back to defend. But during this entire time, Enigma is on his way to a mech right now. The Radiant side is going to push the middle, and during this entire time, Weaver is pushing the bottom and has a Orchid farmed up. So this is going to be a force to be reckoned with soon. But the Radiant is playing intelligently. They are capitalizing on the advantages they're gaining, and now they apparently learn from the mistake they did on the top tier 1. They back out right after they push the mid tier 2. Venomancer might be a little bit out of position here. Weaver silences him, he's going to attack him, and some good plays here coming out of the people. They understand the mechanics of the game. If a Weaver pops out and is obviously able to kill you if you just decide to run away, you use the HP you have, tank it up, and survive, and pop your TP. This is a dead Shadow Demon. Disruption is not going to help him if there's a basically hasted Night Stalker coming in. Tidehunter did the right thing by backing up. Skilling Gush and Anchor Smash. Like in the beginning, I really didn't like Anchor Smash, but man, is it ever a powerful spell. It reduces the damage by 40% of the enemy on max level, deals 225 damage, and has a 4-second cooldown. So by now I skill like 1 or 2 levels on Gush and then go Anchor Smash. It's just so awesome. The damage reduction is also not to be underestimated. Even in the late game is really good because it's percentage based. It's 40%. So basically, you will only take like 60 damage if you would otherwise take 100. Bottling up an illusion rune, this Night Stalker does, and we'll see what's going to happen here. Gush landing, support coming in from the other side, going to cut off his TP route. He doesn't have the haste from the nighttime. We'll see if the others are going to be fast enough, but the illusion rune doing a little bit of unintentional blocking on the Nakes. Slow hits on him, Gale as well, he's dead. Why did he turn around there if he saw the enemies coming in? Nice intelligent use of the Ravage here. Black hole, very nice, hits actually 4 heroes, that's a huge black hole. And the Venomancer manages to get the ulti off, but Nakes and Husker going to work on this big green dragon, slaying him down and getting... Oh my goodness, this guy is going to survive by the looks of it. I don't even know how that happened, that's fucking crazy. Is Dazzle going to survive? So in this team fight, Enigma, Night Stalker died in the beginning of that, Enigma died after he popped his black hole bind. He was able to do that because of the nice support from Dazzle. Tidehunter did a really nice ultimate. In anticipation of the team fight, Night Stalker goes down here. Nakes, sorry, not Night Stalker. Nakes was doing some good usage of his armlet, and here, nice cancelling of the TP by Dazzle's poison touch, and I thought he was safe, but TP was cancelled and they killed him. Nakes was doing some good, using his armlet really effectively there to heal himself up constantly. Yeah, this Orchid is kind of unusual. I don't think I've ever seen a Weaver go Orchid first, but I guess it adds a lot of utility to your team. This Dazzle player is doing really good. He Shallow Graves the right people at the right time. Basically made sure that the team fight doesn't end any worse than it did for the Dire. And Weaver managed to get a kill there anyway. That's a nice thing about Weaver. He has such a high movement speed with his Shuki, and it has such a low cooldown that you're able to move around the battlefield freely. If you do get caught, you have your ultimate to get yourself back out, and your task in the team fights is to get in a nice position and mow down the supports. But for that you need damage. Now they're going to dive the Tidehunter. Bad choice in my opinion. Kraken Shell is just so nice, and yeah, ultimate here on Weaver, who doesn't ulti chill himself back up to half. He's going to turn around and fight, now gets attacked. He's going to choose to do the ultimate right now. Big mistake here by the Dire side. Instead of just going for the tower safely, they decide to dive, and Tide is not a good hero to dive if you can't hold him in place by chain stunning. So they don't get the kill and they don't get the tower. You have to set priorities. If you want to push a tower, then just push the tower. If there's a full HP Tidehunter, why would you dive him? Especially if you don't have vision of the of his allies. Weaver is going to go for some extra HP. I think he desperately needs that. He's going to go for the Vanguard. And Shadow Demon is snagging away the haste rune from this Night Stalker. Disrupts him, shows him who's boss. Nice work. See if there's any creep camp stacking going on here. No, this all looks normal. And I think it's going to be about time for Roshan now. Both teams have a ward right in this position. I like that for Roche. This one, this position here, or that one, they're both fine. Night Stalker's going to find a Shadow Demon. He's going to disrupt and weave the Night Stalker, but Weaver is here and Dazzle. Nags might be out of position here. As soon as that rage wears off, he has to turn around and run away, and he does do so. Shadow Demon gets picked off by Enigma, who came in to support. Enigma kind of out of position now. He doesn't know if he should come in or not, because Tidehunter is also there with the ultimate ready. Is Tide going to use his ultimate? I'm not too sure. They're just going to chase after this. Slow up on is he going to use his ultimate? Slow up on Night Stalker. He's going to go down most likely. And he used the ultimate on 2. Very nicely done. Secures the kill on 2. Nicely done. What I like to see in Tidehunter players is that they don't rush their ultimate. They like see one opportunity and they think, okay, it's not perfect, but I'm just going to ulti for the hell of it because my team then thinks I'm doing something useful. He waited and he secured 2 kills. That was nice. Could have also backfired on him. It could have also meant that they don't get the kill, but he took the risk and he profited. Trying to get down those Eidolons. So here's drums, a bottle. Let's see here my fancy buttons on my keyboard. Oh, there's a slow on Tidehunter. He just decides to not keep on running away, and now with the Malefice on him, I think he's gonna go down. Support TP coming in the form of Venomancer. Apathy, the Nake is also there, but the Dire does TP out in time. Dragon Knight pops his ultimate. I think they're gonna attempt to push this mid tower. Vanguard completed on this Invisible Weaver. Tower is not in deny range. Husker is also coming in. He has his BKB up. I'm not sure if the enemy team knows about this. Endomitis is off cooldown and they're not using it. I'm not sure if that's the best use. And Huskar and Nags are going to work on this Dragon Knight, but Enigma does a nice black hole on both of them, and they're not able to capitalize on this. Now Huskar pops the BKB and ultis the Dragon Knight, who gets safe worded by the Dazzle, doing nice support work. And now, okay, Dragon Knight does go down, but it could have been way, way worse. They get the kill on both Nags and Huskar, and this is mainly due to the work because of this great black hole here done by the Enigma, and also the Shallow Grave making sure that the damage output continues going on from the Dragon Knight. I'm not sure what this buckler is for. I hope they're not going to go for a second mech, because Enigma already has one. Night Stalker is opting to go for the wall hack. Axe Scepter, nice choice, I like that. Tier 2 tower in the mid is going to go down uncontested. They capitalize on their team fight. They could, if they could have basically, if you look on the menu, they could have just gone to the top, joined Night Stalker, and pushed this tier 2 there as well. Now it might just go into deny range. Yeah, they could have definitely taken that. But instead they decide to go for Roshan. Also a nice choice. Perhaps they could have been able to do both. Not too sure. This is a Dragon Knight TPing into the top lane. He has a Maelstrom completed. Where was I was basically checking the items here. Okay, pipe being attempted by Tidehunter. Armlet, and also going to go for an Oblivion Staff here into an Orchid, most likely by Lifestealer. I don't think a refresh op would make that much sense. And not too much crazy stuff. Oh, well, I guess Enigma has a Blink Dagger. Roshan goes down uncontested. I don't think the Radiant had any knowledge of that. No wards up, no vision. This bottom tier 2 is still standing. Tier 1, excuse me. Nags hops into Tide. We'll see how this goes. The Dire is going to back off. Night Stalker pops the ultimate in the nighttime, extending that. Dazzle has a smoke. Night Stalker pops in the Illusion Rune. Weaver is still firing on the top lane. Not sure what he's going to go for next. He has Orchid completed, has a Vanguard for extra HP. Most likely a damage item of some sort, perhaps a Radiance. Although against these high HP heroes I might go for some more damage intensive, like a crit or maybe an MKB. I don't think a Radiance would do that much, but I might be wrong. Maelstrom into Mjolnir on Dragon Knight is pretty nice. He might get caught out of position. He eats the Gale, very nicely done by Kenshi, the Venomancer. But I think they're going to overextend here a little bit. 5 heroes from the Radiant side over here with the 2 bottom towers still up. Pops the mech, Enigma does, get disrupted, helps him more than anything. Enigma waits with the ultimate, Husker pops the BKB, he's an unstoppable force at the moment. Dazzle and Dragon Knight, what the hell, Dragon Knight does not go down. Dazzle does go down, just in the blink of an eye. Husker turns around, does as much damage as he can before he goes down. And Dragon Knight did fall as well, decided just to use the Aegis to join the team fight right away. And Nags is now also gonna get focused down. And I don't think they can retreat here. Disrupt and TP is a cool... He does have the stun, does he have vision? And he did have the range for that stun as well, so... Lucky Shadow Demon. SD follows suit, Tidehunter follows suit and TP's out, and Venomancer has to walk because he's poor. Yeah, so I don't understand what happened. They basically chased... how did it happen? Who got caught out of position? I think Dragon Knight ate a Gale right around here, I presume. They chased all the way over here. The team fight occurred, and for some reason they decided that, hey man, there's this tower up and that tower up, and that's gold and map control, but we're not going to push that. We're just going to force the team fight there, and then we're going to draw the shorter end of the stick. So a little bit of a mistake there, I think. The Agnum Scepter is up on Night Stalker. If I'm going to click on this portrait now, if you look on the minimap, he has a gigantic night vision, and it's unobstructed. So basically, he can see up cliffs, he can see beyond trees. It's really nice. If this Night Stalker also has a gem, then you can basically team up with your mates and de-ward everything, blind your enemy. We were jumping on Tide here. I think that might have been a little bit too soon. I know the movement speed of Night Stalker is enough. He's going to cancel the TP with his Void, going to silence him up, and it's just a matter of time until he falls. Yeah, I would, if I was that Night Stalker right now, I'd be talking to my teammates about capitalizing on the Aghanim Scepter in the nighttime. Grabbing up a smoke, grabbing up a gem, moving around the map, de-warding, and then picking your target. Smoke up, catch someone out of position, and transition that into a nice gank. He's going to find himself a Shadow Demon here, silences him up with a nuke. Shadow Demon is intelligent, and TP's out. So, the right, if you go gank as a Night Stalker, you should silence and you should just attack. Your movement speed is high enough. You can't get away anyways. Save your Void mini stun until he tries to TP out. This way Shadow Demon just knew, okay, he stunned me, I can just TP out now. Bye. Alright, double mech up on Enigma. Well, one mech up on Enigma, one mech up on Dazzle. They are the healing brothers. A new strategy. They don't care that it doesn't work. So in case you don't know, mech doesn't work twice. If you have been affected by mech, then it's going to take, I think, 45 seconds until you can get affected by it again. So this is just gold wasted. This could be basically almost a BKB up on Enigma if he didn't have to go for that. So miscommunication on the dire side, and they might pay for that. Also, I don't think anyone's going for pipe on the side. Actually, Weaver just went for the Sacred Relic. Okay. No pipe being built here on the dire side. Enigma could have gone for the Venomancer, I think. Okay, it's 1.1k HP. Husker Ultimate going up on someone who's graved. Well, it's the Dragon Knight. Man, this BKB is just too big. Weaver went down in the meantime. Nice black hole here by the Enigma. Catches 2 or 3 heroes in there. But there's a double damage Night Stalker joining the teamfight and ripping everyone to shreds. Even the Venomancer Ultimate is not doing enough damage fast enough. And even this Naix does not stand a chance. It's going to be a team wipe for sure. Sorry, I missed the beginning of that. And down he goes. Most convenient creep wave ever coming in here. This is one dead tower. Nice offensive ward placement. Whenever the tier 1 towers are down on bot and mid, it's time to place this ward right here. And even if the tier 2 and mid is down, it's also nice to give you some vision and prepare the high ground attempt. If I was gonna go down, I don't like the glyph that they popped. It's I hate that, man. If your entire team is dead and they're gonna kill this tower, why do you want to waste a glyph? So if I was on the Radiant team right now, I would be yelling at someone and flaming and being like, who the frick popped that glyph? We could use that very much right now as our tier 3 tower is taking a bunch of damage. I don't think they're gonna be able to get this, but that's 600 damage, man, on this tier 3. Their apple time has this Mjolnir completed. I wouldn't have gone for that item, but I guess it's viable. His attack speed is really fast. It's a bunch of damage. So in terms of map vision, we have the Dire placing some nice offensive wards here on the high ground of the Radiant Ancient Creep spot, and also up here. There's a Veno ward, and he has 5 sentry wards. If I was a support in this case, and I know that basically this entire portion of the minimap has been invaded by the enemy, then you could safely assume that either this spot is warded, or that spot's warded, like somewhere around here. So if you have 5 sentry wards, man, go ahead and place them. This walking, stunning, silencing, killing ward is checking out what's happening on the top lane, getting some farm. Weaver has his Radiance recipe flying out to him right now. Dazzle and Enigma are like best buddies at the moment. They're like, hey man, you have a mech, I have a mech, let's chill out, man, let's be friends. Okay, this Weaver Radiance is pretty big. It's just plus 60 damage. Let's see what we have here in upgrades. For example, this Daedalus does plus 81 damage. The MKB gives plus 88 damage. I would have gone for either of those choices. I wouldn't have gone for Radiance because the burn does not do too much here against those 3 big HP heroes. Just if the team fight gets drawn out. But I might very well be wrong. What's also important is if you have total map control, take their neutrals, take their farm, deprive them of gold, income, and experience just to get more ahead. So Venomancer decides 32 minutes into the game is a good time to attempt a mech. Apathy here has his Orchid completed, his Hanamitis is off cooldown, I don't like that. It is daytime, he does not have unobstructed vision, now they think it's a good time to go and gank. That was probably the Ogre Axe that flew out. Oh, here force Stefan Dazzle, Ogre Axe into BKB on Enigma, which could have already been completed. Either the BKB or a full pipe could have been done on Enigma now if they communicated a little better regarding the mech. Dragonite also going to go for the BKB. BKB is going to be an important item. Even the heroes that grab the BKB soon, like this Huskar now, he has a 7-second duration left on the BKB. And in 2 uses it's going to be down to 5 seconds, while the Dire team is going to have their BKBs completed and they're going to be at a fresh 10 seconds of magic immunity. So they're going to be magic immune twice as long as Huskar. So, for example, what's his face? PowerNet. He did a video with Purge and he talked about how important actually the extra 5 seconds is, and if you sell your old BKB you only pay around 2,000 gold for a brand new BKB, and that's totally worth it in certain situations. And I think Huskar should consider that, because you saw when they did that really bad dive over here, the only reason they didn't lose out even more is because Huskar was able to just stand there and attack because they weren't able to disable him because of his BKB, and right there it was fresh, had like 8 to 9 or 10 seconds even. Now it is nighttime again, probably Nightstalker popped his ultimate. As you can see, this vision it gets is ridiculous. It's like everything. You can probably see the Tide Hunter moving in the edge there right now. Roshan is back up. Oh man, this is going to be a lot of tension in the air around this Roshan pit. Who has vision of this? Is there any wards? No wards as of yet, but I don't think they need wards placed if this is a walking talking ward. BKB up here now on the Nightstalker. This is going to be big. Man, a magic immune all-seeing damage dealer. This is crazy. Nightstalker is such a nice hero. 1.1k left. 1.1k. I don't even know. Actually, the BKB is done in 5 gold, I think. No, it's not. 5 and 1,000, basically. Alright, they're gonna go for Roshan. It's gonna go down uncontested by the looks of it. They're not moving, they don't have any wards. This is actually, like the 5-minute time span before this Roshan attempt is basically the phase of the game where most newer players don't know what to do. Basically, most towers are down, so you don't have objectives to push. By the way, this is awesome. This Nightstalker uses the night vision to make sure this Roshan will go down uncontested. Very nicely done. By the way, this mid to late game transition when all the towers are gone, most people don't know what to do. Supports stack creep camps if you don't have anything better to do, but even higher on the priorities list is ward, de-ward, and make sure you have some map vision. Get some smokes up so you can smoke gank someone who's out of position, like perhaps even this Tide Hunter. I don't know if they're going to be able to do this. The Radiant side realizes this right away and moves in to help out, but again, he used his nuke and then silenced, and Tide's like, lol, I'm just going to TP out. I think of that low skill idiot, Tide says. Well, Insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. So he's basically always initiating his ganks with a nuke, which is by, he does like 178 damage now, and his nuke basically serves the function of disabling TPs instead of doing damage. He has to learn that, I think. I don't know if you could hear that. That was my stomach saying hi. Enigma hang out in the jungle. He needs 300 more gold, so he has his BKB completed. Larry Appletime has his BKB completed. Mjolnir, Aegis, So this is going to be one hell of a clash. Let's see what the Radiant side has. Mech done on Venomancer. Even though it's a little bit late, it will still be of good use, I think. So not a bad item choice. Crit up on Huskar. And Nags is chilling out inside of him. Let's see if I can check out his items nonetheless. Yeah, he also has a crit. And of course the Midas Armlet and Orchid. And being the baller that he is, he keeps his Midas on cooldown. So it's basically just for showing off. Pipe done on Tidehunter. I think that's a really great choice. They have a bunch of magic damage on the dire side. Even that nuke of the Dragon Knight. If he hits more heroes, man, that's 300 damage on everyone. Okay, they're going to go for the tier 1 attempt here. If they have the glyph up, so if they pop it right now, they can attempt it. Dazzle pop the ultimate before they go in. That's very nicely done. Level 3 ultimate here up on Larry Appletime. He's going to stun the Huskar. He's going to go attack, but gets disrupted right away. Ultimate's up on Tidehunter. Uses it right away. Catches 3 heroes. Will there be a nice BKB? Yes, there will be 2 or 3 heroes caught in there, maybe even more. And they're able to kill Shadow Demon during that time. Weaver goes down before that, though. And Larry Appletime is just standing his ground like a man and then goes down, only to be revived 5 seconds later. And Huskar is dead. And Nags is also dead now. Again, like in that other team fight down here in the... Oops, sorry about that. Like in the other team fight down here, Night Stalker joined that team fight with a double damage rune, so I guess that's kind of unlucky. Now he gets the haste and gets healed up, so that's really sucky. That sucks, man. BKB is now up on the Dragon Knight. He did not use that in the last team fight. There was way more going on in the team fight than I was able to commentate, so I hope your eyes caught more than my mouth could tell you. I hope I will get more words per minute out in the next couple of team fights. Lifesteal buys back. The mid tower is getting pressured quite hard. The tower did not take that much damage. There's a huge creep wave, but no hero support, so basically the Radiant heroes will just be able to farm that wave. Buyback may be unnecessary, depending on whether or not they're going to go ahead with this push. They saw the buyback and basically back out now. Yeah, Nags could have waited. Maybe an unnecessary buyback. This is what pro teams do. If they win a team fight and they know, okay, we don't really want to take the high ground just yet, let us move and push in such a way that they think we're going to move for the high ground and force buybacks. And in this case, they didn't need to do that. Nags just like, I'm going to buy back. This Orchid has not been all too useful, I think. At least I didn't notice it being all too useful. One hero that has been useful is Dazzle, making sure that in case one mech breaks, he has a support mech ready. And also his Shallow Graves and his Weaves have been awesome. He has been saving Dragon Knight's ass so many times. And this Shallow Grave in that last team fight also made sure that the splash damage of the Ice Dragon could deal a shitload of damage during the duration of that black hole. So the coordination is really nice on the Dire side, and on the Radiant side the coordination is not so good, to be honest. At least it's not as good as on the Dire side. So Venomancer actually did get to D-ward here. I'm not sure if the ward expired or if he got that because this one's quite fresh. Weaver doing a good job of stealing the farm from the Radiant side. I didn't even see how he went down in the other fight. Dazzler got caught out of position here, sorry, buys back immediately. So let's see how the game will develop from here on. This is again a phase where map control is really important, vision is very important. Having a Venomancer on your team is something that will greatly help you. He places the sentry ward here. I don't agree with that. I'll place sentry ward right around here. As I learned from Arzard, because you will be able to check this, you will be able to check this, you will be able to check this. And I'm not sure about this one over here, but at least 3 is greater than 2, and this ward here is poorly placed. In this case, they didn't have a ward to worry about over here. Oh, I guess, oh sorry, well I guess you can use 2 sentry wards and then do that. But if you have 2 sentry wards, then you can make sure you get this spot here as well. Now the tier 1 is going to go down on the bot, but that was way overdue. They paid with many lives for this team fight. They're going to go for the tier 2 as well. Not sure if the Dire is going to defend. There's 3 heroes in here right now. Excuse me. No, they're not gonna. They're gonna trade. The Night Stalker is gonna pressure the mid. It's not gonna rotate up to the top. Weaver's also there. Excuse me. I'm not sure if they're gonna be able to. I don't think that was worth it, to be honest. Could have defended maybe. Maybe they just didn't want a team fight. But the black hole was up, so I don't understand why they didn't. Nice move here. Nags disguising himself in the Tidehunter and force Night Stalker to use BKB to survive. Here, disruption going on here, but Shuki by Weaver fast enough. Nice quick ward placement by Venomancer, but the Gale did miss. Even though you have vision on the Weaver, he does move at max movement speed, so that's one of the ups of this hero. He's really fast and maneuverable. That's why it was also a good choice to place him on the long lane. Dazzle force staffing himself over the minimap here. And the Radiant looking to group up here toward the mid, maybe attempting a high ground push. I don't know if they're in a position to do this though. What they should be doing is win a team fight somewhere else, or maybe catch someone off guard. This is actually the smoke time. This is the time where you should smoke. Now, they don't have vision of this area here. This could be a really nice backstab. Yes, Night Stalker pops the ultimate. So does Dazzle. This is going to be one hell of a fight. If they don't coordinate well in this fight, Apathy gets initiated upon. Maybe not the best target. BKB already popped by the... Oh, and a nice blink in BKB black hole by this Enigma, catching almost everyone. And even though Tidehunter does get his ulti off, I think it's too little too late. Night Stalker doing a nice job here of knowing when to back out and when to go back in again. Weaver goes down, but that's no problem. Enigma also dead. Team wipe for the Dire. Everyone on the Radiant is dead, and this fight was even faster than the other one, so I wasn't able to to commentate even half of that. I think Weaver bought back. Let's see here. I think Weaver bought back. I can't see right now. Tidehunter also bought back. This is going to be a high ground attempt by the Dire for sure. 2 buybacks coming out of the guys here. Naix is going to regret having bought this Daedalus recipe, otherwise he could have been able to buy back right about now. Initiation on Tidehunter. He has no ultimate, he has no business standing there, out of position completely. Nice work here by Dazzle. Huskar stands his ground, pops his BKB when he was already dead. Also a bad choice. I think they just threw the game here. GG comes out of Huskar. GG comes out of Night Stalker. So I guess this game is over. Very nice coordination coming out of the Dire side here. Very nice. This Dazzle has been doing great work, man. This secondary mech. AC up on Night Stalker. Isn't AC up on him as well? No? Well, he was going to go for an AC. Double AC, man. This is like the double up tactic here on... Sorry. Missing a bunch of stuff here. The double up tactic utilized by the Dire. Double mech, double AC. Double racks. And Naix now has Daedalus. Man, he's going to regret having bought that. Nice ultimate by Venomancer. Catches all of them. Stunned, but by now they're too strong. Naix runs in and tries to do as much as he can, but the slow from DK proves way too useful. Even the lifesteal does not keep him alive. He goes down. Shadow Demon falls shortly thereafter. Tide might also very well die here. But I think the Kraken Shovel will pop pretty soon here. No, he is dead. Wow, nicely done. Very, very nice game coming out of the Dire side. I enjoyed this quite a bit. They were communicating not all too good in regards to items, but nice item choices overall. If they could have optimized this, for sure. And the Ancient is going to fall right now. Good game. They deserved that win for sure. And let's see the end screen. Alright, so we have the double mech here on the Dire side. Night Stalker, nice item choices. Maybe a redundant little thing here from the ACs. Well, I guess the mech also happened. I think MVP of this game would most likely be... I think Dazzle, to be honest. Dazzle kept those guys alive really nicely. And I really liked the way he played. Should have communicated more with his other support though. They could have had a pipe up, and Enigma could have had his BKB up a lot sooner. Alright, well, that was it for my second cast. Let me know how I did. I hope the sound and the picture quality is going to be better. I'm going to stop the recording now. Thanks for tuning in. Again, I'm Epi. Check out my YouTube channel. Subscribe please if you like, and let me know how I can improve further.